Hi everybody, Vincent here. And today, something a little crazy. The complete guide of every VSL brass library. Yes, all of them. You might just ask, why so many? Well, because at VSL, we just love brass. We can't help it. Guilty as charged. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one is made for you. Use the chapters below to jump around. Ready? Off we go. And the perfect entrance door to the VSL Brass universe is Synchron Prime Brass. Everything here was recorded at the Stage A of Vienna Synchron Stage, the same scoring stage used for major movies and series. Solo trumpets, horns, trombones, and their ensembles, without forgetting the bass trombone and bass tuba. All the essentials in one light library that runs happily on a regular laptop. But here's the thing, these are not budget recordings. Synchron Prime Brass is carved directly out of VSL's flagship brass library, Synchron Brass. We'll talk about it in a minute. Same players, same hall, same microphones, same thing in a compact format. There's even a free trial. And if you grow out of it, your purchase counts towards the bigger library. Remember this, you start small, but you never start over. Maybe you don't need every instrument. Maybe you just want that massive, larger-than-life sound, and you want it right now. Well, for this, meet Big Bang Orchestra Brass, BBO for friends. VSL recorded entire epic sections playing together, breathing together. Inside, a mighty low brass ensemble, menacing half-tone clusters for thriller tension, and supermassive ensembles of 12 horns and 9 trombones, with an extra fortissimo layer for when loud just isn't loud enough. For you to have an idea, in a normal symphonic seating, you got 4 horns and 3 trombones. Here, it's 3 times that. And there's also a free trial here too. And I'll be honest, because it matters, everything in BBO Brass is also included in Synchron Brass. And here it is, the main thing, the flagship Synchron Brass. By the way, this is how I discovered Vienna Symphonic Library in the first place, because I won Synchron Brass in a giveaway on Facebook in 2022. Well, look how far I've gone. 8 solo instruments and 9 ensembles. Trumpets, horns, trombones, cimbasso, tuba, up to a giant tutti brass of 28 players. You can basically do everything with Synchron Brass. Heroic fanfares worthy of John Williams, dark trailer chords, tender chorales, and everything in between. You really got the full Hollywood vocabulary. I really don't have any other word for it. Also, and that's important, because it's a multi-mic recording, you don't only get the notes from the instrument, you also get the room. That gorgeous Stage A acoustics is in the samples, and you can decide how much you want. For newcomers that are a bit afraid of mixing, don't worry, the presets do the heavy lifting. Load one, play, and boom, it instantly sounds like a movie score. So far, we saw the standard palette, but brass has rare colors too, and that's Synchron Special Brass. Piccolo trumpet, cornet, flugelhorn, bass trumpet, euphonium, Wagner tuba and its ensemble, contrabass trombone and contrabass tuba. Those are all of these instruments that give movie scores their special flavors. From something intimate and jazzy to Bruckner-size majesty. And, of course, muted trumpets and trombones, solo and ensembles, that instant film noir, detective in the rain sound, available together as the Synchron Brass Muted bundle. In fact, every instrument here can be bought à la carte, as its own single library. So, if all you've ever dreamed of is a flugelhorn, well, I won't judge. Follow your heart. time for a little plot twist. Everything we saw until now lived in the Synchron world. Multi-mic recordings, Synchron Stage A, and a little bit of room tone baked in. The Studio series is the other philosophy. The same wonderful instruments recorded in an optimized and controlled room. And I've already been talking about this incredible room in my percussion guide video. I'm of course talking about the silent stage. That room that when you're inside, you just don't hear the deafening sound of a helicopter just flying above it. That's insane. So here you shape the space yourself. And by default, when you open them in the Synchron player, all studio instruments are virtually placed on Stage A of Vienna Synchron Stage using the built-in convolution reverb, but you can just disable it in one click. You always have access to the raw and dry recordings, and Studio Brass is really the heart of it. Trumpets in C and B flat, a triple horn and a real Viennese horn, trombones, tuba, solos and ensembles played by some of Vienna's finest brass soloists. And because this lineage goes back over 20 years, the articulation depth is glorious. Runs, arpeggios, mordents, fast repetitions. If a real brass player can physically do it, it's probably in there. The studio world has its colors too, and that's Studio Special Brass. You got the fanfare trumpets, the epic horns, alto trombone, cimbasso, muted trumpets and trombones, and more. And now I have to talk to you about something I couldn't resist actually playing for you right now, and this is Studio Dimension Brass. That thing is absolutely unique. I mean it, nobody else makes it. Those are ensembles where every single player has been recorded separately. You got a 4 trumpets ensemble, you can actually control the 4 trumpet players. You got a 4 horns ensemble, you can actually control the 4 horn players, and so on. Actually, talking about the horns, listen, this is the first horn player. Here are 2 players, the first and the second. Okay, it already started to change, and here they are, all the 4 of them. So you hear the sound thicken, and also we have 2 humanized faders right here that controls how together they play in terms of attack and in terms of tuning. So let's imagine that this right now is the sound of top-notch, well-rehearsed professionals. Wiener Philharmoniker. And now this is the sound of, I don't know. Studio Dimension Brass also got a volume 2, and it adds muted ensembles and 4 Wagner tubas, which you simply won't find anywhere else on this planet. So I digged in the archives, and I can't help myself to put you on screen right now a picture of the 4 Wagner tubas and their players in the silent stage just right after the sampling session. And here we are, we finished our journey through the VSL Brass universe. So let's recap. Where should you start? Want to get started without spending anything yet? Then grab the free trials. Prime, BPO Brass. Want one complete brass sections that sounds incredibly well but without overthinking it? That's Synchron Prime Brass. Want that epic, bombastic, larger-than-life sound? Then this is Big Bang Orchestra Brass. You want the whole thing, the complete package, every instrument, mic position and articulation, the entire Hollywood vocabulary? Then this is Synchron Brass. You want total control over your acoustics and also over your players? Then you should go have a look at the Studio Brass and the Studio Dimension Brass series. If you want to dig deeper, I've made full walkthroughs of several of these libraries. All the links are below. Thanks for watching, take care of yourself, and as Paul would say, have a beautiful day.